What's up, folks? Today I'd like to talk about complacency. I think this is a subject that some people don't really seem to understand and the effects that it has on our society as far as racism and white supremacy. I think one of the best subjects you can use to try to understand this a little bit better is the rebel flag. A lot of people are complacent about the rebel flag. I don't think they really understand other people's views from it. A lot of people, and I was recently in a conversation with a friend who we had watched a video that I posted recently about the rebel flag and what it really represents, and we watched the video, and then there were some other people around, and he had said that to him the rebel flag just represents the South. And I had to stop him in his tracks and kind of explain to him that there were other people here that were younger than him, and his complacency about it just representing the South was harmful to the younger generations and overall to our society in general. You know, it's important that we remember the history behind symbols like the rebel flag. A lot of people think it's a Southern history. It's been around for hundreds of years, and that's not true. The rebel flag didn't start getting posted at our state capitals and our universities until the 60s. It was used as a symbol to show resistance to the civil rights movement. And that doesn't get talked about. When people talk about the rebel flag, they talk about things that it means to them. They don't never talk about the things that it means to others. Like the fact that when you're driving around town with that flag in the back of your pickup truck, people who look at you in general have opinions about you. Some of them you may not like, but there are others out there that same symbol of that rebel flag invokes fear. And it's a genuine fear. It's a righteous fear. It's warranted. Because you have to understand that that flag was used to support white supremacy for decades and decades and decades. It's in our history. You can't deny it. You can't take it away. You can't whitewash it. It's there. I think that a lot of times people just want to generalize about stuff like this. And when we generalize about it, that's when we get complacent about it. And we don't understand how our complacency harms. One of the best examples of this is whenever I look at a younger generation, somebody younger than me, and they may say something that's racist or complacent about racism, it makes me feel like I failed them. And that's the way we should all feel about this. We're never going to win this fight against racism and white supremacy and, you know, the way society views these things, as long as we allow those complacent views to stay in place about symbols like the rebel flag and other stuff. It's not just the rebel flag. We're complacent about a lot of stuff. And I think until we do stop and talk about these things and understand that our views on them affect how other people view it, and especially people younger than us. And it's important how we represent ourselves to these younger generations. To win the war against systemic racism, we must enlighten generations to come. It's not enough that you hear my voice. It's more important that your voice is heard amongst others. There is no action that is greater than the power of your voice. You have power. You can speak out. You can make a difference. There is change to come, but it will only be found when you seek it and you share it. It's our youth that will save this world, and it's our job to enlighten them so that they can carry out that job.